The new Fallout 76 gameplay shows off 61 unique perk cards, so obviously we're going to look at every single one. Hey guys, JV here, and today we're discussing the new perk cards in Fallout 76. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for more Fallout 76 videos, and head on over to my Facebook page for our Fallout 4 Survival Mode playthrough streamed live. We have 4 sections of footage all shown off in the Fallout 76 panel from QuakeCon that literally show us 61 perk cards. That's how many I've counted, and there's some that are really blurry, some that we kind of have to guess on, but we have the genuine description for at least 50 of them. So we're going to look at every single one in this video. We're going to go down the list starting with strength. You can tell the description here is a measure of your raw physical power. It affects how much you can carry and the damage of all melee attacks. You'll see that reflected with the perk cards, but also specifically with heavy guns, which is something we should expect from previous games. Starting with our strength perks, we have Gladiator. Your one-handed melee weapons now do plus 10% damage. We actually see all of the ranks in the footage, so we know that rank 2 is 20% damage and rank 3 is plus 30% damage. Through Hiker makes your food and drink weigh less. The first rank is 30%. We see that in some other footage. Rank 2 is 60%, and it goes all the way up to 90% at rank 3. Sturdy Frame makes your armor weigh less than normal. Rank 1's 25%. You can maybe assume that rank 2 is 50%. Expert Slugger increases your two-handed melee weapon damage by 10% per rank, up to 30% at rank 3. Bare Arms reduces your heavy guns weight. It looks like 20% per rank. This is a rank 2 card, so each one's going to give you 20% up to rank 4, which is 80% less weight. Batteries Included reduces your energy weapon ammo weight by 30% per rank, 3 ranks there, so all the way up to 90%. Bandolier reduces your ballistic ammo weight, and you can tell this is rank 3, 90% less. Expert Heavy Gunner increases your non-explosive heavy gun weapon damage by plus 10%. It looks like another 10% per rank if we had to guess. This one also animates. Todd Howard pointed that out, and he called it a gold cards because it kind of sparkles, so maybe these are more rare cards. Finally, we have Bullet Shield from the new Vault-Tec video. This is very blurry, but trust me, I enhanced it. It says gain 10 damage resistance while firing a heavy gun. And there's 4 ranks there, so maybe we can assume it goes up to 40 at rank 4. Moving on to Perception, which affects your awareness of nearby enemies, your ability to detect stealthy movement, and your weapon accuracy in VATS. Perception is kind of a catch-all. There's a lot of interesting things going on here, and so let's look at the perks. Starting with Green Thumb, which gives you a 25% chance to reap twice as much when harvesting flora. This is an interesting one, and it has 3 ranks, maybe up to 75% chance. Next, we have PERCEPTI-BOBBLE. Only 1 rank here. You hear directional audio when you're in range of a bobblehead. Bobbleheads are interesting. How are these going to work? Are they going to regenerate? Are they going to move around? Or are they just going to be gone once we find all of them and this perk will be useless? Very interesting. Panopictographist is the same thing except for magazines. Again, are we just going to collect all of these and this will be useless? We don't really know, but it's also got only 1 rank. Also, at the very bottom of this same section of the video, we can see Refractor, which is gain energy resistance. It looks like it's going to be 4 ranks and plus 5 per rank. In the special video, we see Night Person. 3 ranks, you gain 1 intelligence and 1 perception between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. That's something we're used to. It's got 3 ranks, so maybe these go up to 3 intelligence and 3 perception each, which is a pretty big buff. The last one is actually hidden in the special video behind Bullet Shield. We can clearly tell it's the same logo or Vault Boy for Sniper. So Sniper in Fallout 4 gave you improved control and you can hold your breath longer when aiming down scopes. Then it also gave you a chance of knocking down your target and a plus 25% accuracy to a headshot in VATS for the last rank. It looks like this has at least 2 ranks, maybe 3 ranks, so we're not exactly sure what it'll do, but that is most certainly Sniper. Moving on to Endurance. This is a measure of your overall physical fitness. It affects your total health, the action point drain from sprinting, and your resistance to disease. So we'll see all kinds of stuff relating to those elements for these cards. Slow Metabolizer makes your food more effective, satisfies your hunger by an additional 15%, 3 ranks there, so maybe up to 50 or 45%. This also says level 5. It's also got that lock on it, so I think maybe it has a special property similar to what we saw with Expert Heavy Gunner. Dromedary makes your drinks quench thirst by an additional 15%, so that's kind of the drink version of that. If you didn't know what Dromedary is, that's like a camel with the hunchback. 3 ranks there as well. Vaccinated reduces your chance of catching diseases from creatures by 30% per rank. We're looking at rank 2 here, up to 90% at rank 3. Professional Drinker eliminates the chance that you'll get addicted to alcohol. There's only 1 rank here, but I want you to pay attention to the 3 in the top left. This is going to require that you have 3 perception points to spend on it, because that's a really valuable perk. So interesting to see how that dynamic will work. AQUAGIRL is another 1 rank perk. You no longer take rad damage from swimming and can breathe underwater. See, this one in the top left only requires 1 perception point in order to have active. The final endurance perk that we see in this footage is Revenant. Right here in the special video, gain 25% damage bonus for 2 minutes when a player revives you. There's 2 ranks here, so maybe we can assume the second rank is plus 50%. Switching over to Charisma, this is way different in this game. As we know, it's your ability to lead and help others. It allows you to share higher point perks and also affects your rewards from group quests and prices when you barter. The perks are very focused around playing with others, save for Lone Wanderer, which we know has always been a charisma-based perk, which rewards you for playing alone. So we'll see that perk, but this is by far the largest group of perks. There's like 15 to 20 charisma perks, so let's take a look. Happy Camper makes your hunger and thirst meters grow 40% more slowly when you're in a camp or a team workshop. I like this because obviously this is a live game. We can't pause the game anymore. That's not going to happen in Fallout 76. So this reduces the rate at which you're going to suffer those things. We've got 2 ranks as well, so maybe the second rank is 80%. But I want to point out something that's just weird. We see Happy Camper here, and as you can tell, it's got the green outline that's like a strength perk, but it's in the charisma tree. It's clearly a charisma perk because we can see the C in the bottom left corner and it's underneath charisma. But why is this green? I have no clue. Next, we have Philanthropy or Philanthropic, not sure which one it is, but this restores some of your team's hunger and thirst when you eat or drink. We don't know how many ranks this is. It looks like 1 or 2 judging on the spacing, but this is an interesting perk. Squad Maneuver makes you run 10% faster when you're part of a team. This looks like either 1 rank or 2 ranks, something like that, but that's an interesting perk and it seems really useful. Strange in Numbers gives you a plus 25% boost to whatever positive mutation effects you have if teammates are mutated too. So this is like if you're in a group and you want a bunch of people to be mutated and they're really good benefits, then you throw on Strange in Numbers and you get that benefit, which is really cool. And it's only 1 rank. Next is a classic, Lone Wanderer. When adventuring alone, take 10% less damage and gain 10% AP regen. It's got 3 ranks. Perhaps it does new and interesting stuff at the higher ranks, or it just increases both of these values. The next 2 perks are here together, Team Medic and Bloodsucker. Team Medic has your stim packs now also healing nearby teammates for half the normal strength. That's got 3 ranks, so maybe that'll go up to like 75% and 100%, or maybe even past 100%. That would be kind of crazy. Then we have Bloodsucker. Now, blood packs satisfy thirst, they no longer irradiate, and they heal 50% more. That's also 3 ranks. We're only looking at rank 1, so perhaps those values will increase. An interesting note, this one used to be called Vampire, and it was shown off in the no-clip footage, but it looks like Bethesda has changed that since that was recorded. Happy-Go-Lucky increases your luck by 2 while you're drunk, under the influence of alcohol. It's got 2 ranks, so maybe it goes up to 4, or maybe 3. We're not really sure on that one, but it's cool to see some alcohol-based perks. Speaking of which, Quack Surgeon, you can revive other players with alcohol. Very odd, very strange. I don't know what the practical application is going to be for this, but it's only 1 rank. With Spiritual Healer, you will regenerate health for 5 seconds after reviving another player. This is another very specific charisma-based perk. It's got 3 ranks, so I assume it's going to be either longer or more health per second. Bodyguards gives you 8 damage and energy resistance for each teammate that's in your team, excluding you. So if you've got this on and you've got 3 other people in your team, you get 24 damage and energy resistance. And this is only rank 2. We actually have some other footage where it shows rank 1, which is gain 6 damage and energy resistance for a max of 18. So that means rank 4 will give you 12 damage and energy resistance per teammate for a potential total of 36 damage and energy resistance. So that's pretty good. Hard Bargain does what we expect it to. Buying and selling prices at vendors are better. Remember, these are vendors. So there are going to be vendors in the game. They're going to be most likely automated or robots. They're going to be in our workshops and whatnot. Doesn't say exactly how much better they're going to be. We know it has 3 ranks, but that's what this is referring to, not prices with other players. Next, we have Inspirational, and this is when you're on a team, you gain plus 5% more experience. We've got 3 ranks here, so probably up to 15%. This one is fun to me because this used to be for your companion. As you guys know, it would give you more experience and do some other things, I believe, in the past with Fallout 4. We know we don't have companions in this game, at least in the traditional sense. Maybe some robots like Automatron, but we just don't know. For Party Girl, the effects of alcohol are doubled. That's only rank 1, so maybe rank 2 is quadrupled or tripled? We don't know. In the special video, we can clearly see Animal Friend and Friendly Fire. We don't know the descriptions for those, but Animal Friend did lots of interesting things with creatures in Fallout 4, so maybe something similar there. Then Friendly Fire. We know, or actually we don't know if there's any Friendly Fire. We know there's a pacifist flag, but maybe it gives you some kind of bonus. If you hit a teammate, then it gives you something. I'm not really sure what that could be. The final perk we see is hidden here. It's Outlaw, and you can clearly see the word bounty in there. So this is connected to wanted murderers, and there's a percentage point there too. It's also got 3 ranks, so this could multiply the cap reward for killing other people that fire back at you, or maybe the junk reward that you get. Maybe it's junk because you can see that's kind of like a golden watch or a golden mirror that the Vault Boy is carrying, so I'm leaning towards that one. On to intelligence. It's the measure of your overall mental acuity and affects your ability to hack terminals, the condition and durability of items that you craft, and the return you get from scrapping. So you'll see all those elements reflected in the following cards. Contractor makes your workshop crafting items now cost 25% fewer materials. That's pretty good. I mean, we're going to be building camps constantly, so if I'm building, I'm going to want to throw this thing on no matter what. It's got 2 ranks, so I assume it'll go up to 50%. Master Hacker is 1 rank. It gives you +1 hacking skill, and terminal lockout time is reduced. This has also been changed. This was actually 2 ranks before, so it seems like Bethesda's really kind of balancing and changing things up. First Aid has stim packs restoring 10% more lost health. That's only 1 rank. We've got 4 ranks there, so maybe that's up to 40% lost health. Exotic Weapons lets you craft rank 1 exotic weapon mods, but you need the plans. Also, interestingly enough, this is 2 ranks. This is rank 2, but we don't know what rank 1 was, because rank 2 is that you get rank 1 mods, so that one's confusing to me. It could be that rank 1 of the perk is just the ability to craft exotic weapons of rank 1 quality, but rank 2 is the mods. And then hiding here is science. At the bottom of the screen in the same part, you can now craft energy guns. I believe that's what it says. Plans required on that too. This makes me think we're gonna have a normal ballistic guns version of this, and of course science is a familiar perk from previous games. The final intelligence perk that we see is Grease Monkey. Workshop items are 30% cheaper to repair. That's rank 1, so maybe 60% with the final rank. Next, we're looking at agility. It's a measure of your overall finesse and reflexes. It affects the number of AP and VATS and your ability to sneak. This is typically the combat-based category, so we're going to see a lot of that with the perks. The first perk we're looking at is Goat Legs. Take 80% less damage from falling, 2 ranks, so we can assume the first one is 40%. This is hilarious, and I like this because we get to explore, mountains and stuff and jump off of them if we have this on. Marathoner makes your sprinting consume 20% fewer action points. This is 1 rank, so maybe it goes up to 60 with rank 3. This is weird to me because we just read earlier in the video that endurance is the special category that determines your AP drain from sprinting. So maybe this is miscategorized. I don't know. Hiding at the bottom this time is Gun Runner. Your running speed is increased by 10% when you have a pistol equipped. This is 2 ranks, so maybe that goes up to 20%. So if you're running a very specific pistol-based build, then Gun Runner is very helpful. We have 4 more perks here, but Dodgy's the last one that we have a description for. So Dodgy, spend 30 action points to avoid 10% of each enemy attack. This is weird because VATS is in real time, so it seems like this is an automated thing. I don't really know how that works, but there are 3 ranks there. We also have Mr. Sandman, Gun Fu, and Adrenaline. In Fallout 4, Mr. Sandman allowed you to instantly kill sleeping enemies, but also gave you a damage boost for your silence weapons when you're sneaking. Gun Fu, also from Fallout 4, gave you more damage to your second VATS target and beyond, and then 50% more at the 2nd rank, and then instant critical hits against your 4th target and beyond. Really powerful perk. Adrenaline is actually a survival mode only perk. It gives a damage bonus and increases every time you get a kill. So for every 5 kills, it increases, adding 5% bonus damage to a maximum of 50% extra damage. So it'll probably work similarly. Last is Luck, a measure of your general good fortune, and it affects the recharge rate of criticals as well as the condition and durability of items that you loot. That last part's really interesting, but we're going to see a lot of luck and kind of random catch-all based perks, kind of like Perception in this tree. Scrounger gives you a 50% chance to find extra ammo when you're searching ammo containers. This is only rank 1 and there are 3 ranks, so maybe that'll increase to 100 and 150%, or maybe 75 and 100%, but this is exactly the same as it was in Fallout 4. Now we're looking at starched genes. 2 ranks. We're looking at rank 2. You'll never mutate from rads, and radaway will never cure mutations. This is a concept that Jeff Goodman actually mentioned in the No Clip documentary. He said if you have a mutation that you really like and you don't want to get rid of, you can put on something that will allow you to do that. That's what starched genes is. Alternatively, if you never want to get a mutation, you can put this on and prevent that from ever happening. Now we're looking at rank 3 of mystery meat. Stim packs generate excessive edible meat, and higher rads improve the chance. This is really just bizarre to me. It's a very luck-based perk, but your stim packs will make meat. Yeah, here we have a classic. Mysterious Stranger, rank 2, appears more often when using VATS. This makes me wonder, do we need to have rank 1 of the card for him to even appear at all? Because that's what you needed before. You needed to take the perk in order to have the Mysterious Stranger. So I would assume that is the case, and then each subsequent rank increases that chance. Luck of the Draw gives your weapon a 10% chance to regain condition when hitting an enemy. This is only rank 1, and we got 3 ranks. This is a really cool concept, and maybe something that's worth your while, maybe just putting on 1 rank, just so you don't have to worry about using your own materials that you might want to save for other things in order to repair your weapons, because again, item condition is back in Fallout 76, so we have to constantly be thinking about that. Our next hidden perk is Can Do, which reminds me of Rick and Morty, obviously, but 50% chance to find something like an additional food container when you're searching food containers, an additional piece of food. So we've got 3 ranks here. I guess that increases all the way to a certain point, but there's Can Do. The final 2 perk cards for luck are hidden in the special video. We've got Grim Reaper's Sprint and Mysterious Savior. So Grim Reaper's Sprint in Fallout 4 gave you a chance to restore all action points when you kill something in VATS up to 35%. And it also would refill your critical meter, so maybe we'll have that effect in this game too. Then finally, Mysterious Savior. Maybe that's a chance for the Mysterious Stranger to come and revive you if you die. And last but not least, we have one more bonus hidden perk that I actually would assume goes into intelligence. I would have put that before, but I'm not 100% sure just because of the nature of what it is. You can see clearly the word chems. It looks like our Vault Boy is carrying chems, and then there's a percentage chance there. So maybe this is like Chemist, which made chems last longer in Fallout 4, or chem resistant, which is you're less likely to get addicted when you're using chems. And there you have it, all 61 perks that were shown off and my kind of short form thoughts. So there was a lot in this video. I'm just going to leave it up to you guys in the comment section. Tell me what you think about these perks in Fallout 76. Does this excite you? Like all the possibilities? It really makes me hyped and excited. So share your thoughts below. If you enjoyed the video, remember to subscribe for more Fallout 76 content, and be sure to check out my Facebook page for our Fallout 4 survival mode playthrough streamed live. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.